Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is part 4 of the types of bank series, and in this video we will be learning about what are small finance banks. Small finance banks are differentiated banks. What are differentiated banks? So traditional banks have some issues like limited reach, high transaction cost or high processing cost. Also, they do not provide diversity or variety of products that are suitable for the unbanked or unorganized segments of the society, etc. Therefore, the concept of differentiated banks have come into picture. Now, these differentiated banks are different from these traditional banks. How the differentiation is there? The differentiation in the terms of capital requirement, in the terms of the scope of activities, or in the terms of area of operation. So basically स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक्स डिफरेंशिएटेड बैंक्स होते हैं. डिफरेंशिएटेड बैंक्स ऐसे बैंक्स होते हैं जो डिफरेंट हैं, डिफरेंट इन द टर्म्स ऑफ कैपिटल का रिक्वायरमेंट, इन द टर्म्स ऑफ स्कोप ऑफ एक्टिविटीज़, वो किस एरिया पे वर्क करते हैं, एंड इन द टर्म्स ऑफ एरिया ऑफ ऑपरेशन. As of now, there are two types of differentiated banks. Number one is payment banks and number two is small finance banks. In this video, we will be learning about what are small finance banks, what are payment banks and what are differentiated banks in detail has already been covered in the previous video. So, inclusive development and sustainable development. This has been always the goal of the Indian administration. For the same, financial inclusion plays a very crucial role. Therefore, such banks aim towards financial inclusion. How? By providing the basic banking services to the unbanked sections of the society. ऐसे लोग जो unbanked हैं, जो अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर्स में इन्वॉल्व हैं, जो अंडर बैंक्ड हैं, ऐसे लोगों को बैंकिंग सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करना, ऐसे जगह पे बैंकिंग इंस्टीट्यूशंस को ओपन करना और जो भी बेसिक बैंकिंग सर्विसेज हैं लाइक सेविंग्स अकाउंट, डिपॉजिट्स, स्मॉल लेंडिंग्स and any SME loans, all such services are provided by such banks. Let us see what all other works, what all the basic banking activities small finance banks do. So, small finance banks carry out basic activities such as acceptance of deposit. They can accept the deposits from public. These include savings and fixed deposit. That means the time deposit or the demand deposit. Small finance bank can accept both kind of deposit. Time deposit वो deposits होते हैं जो कि they get maturity after particular time like FD or RD, fixed deposit or recurring deposits. Demand deposit वो deposits होते हैं that you can demand anytime like CASA, current account and saving account. Now, SFBs can also do lending activities. These banks provide loans to small businesses, farmers or individuals. Such banks offer variety of credit products that includes microloans, SME loans or retail loans. All such facilities, all such credit facilities, credit products or lending facilities are provided by the small finance banks. Apart from these, they also provide debit cards, they also issue credit cards, They also provide mobile banking facilities and they offer payment and remittances services. Basically ट्रांसफ़र ऑफ मनी के भी जो सर्विसेज हैं वो ऐसे बैंक्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं. Now, these small finance banks are registered as public limited companies. ये public limited companies के जैसे रजिस्टर होते हैं Companies Act 2013 के अंदर. And also, we should know that almost all the banks are regulated by the RBI, and the provisions of Banking Regulation Act of 1949 and the RBI Act of 1934 are always relevant, and all the banks are bound to follow such regulations. Similarly, small finance banks are also regulated by RBI under these laws. Further, RBI under these laws can ask the banks to maintain some cash reserve ratio and some statutory liquidity ratio, that is CRR and SLR. The RBI can ask small finance banks to maintain a portion of their deposits as CRR and a portion as SLR. And when these banks maintain the CRR and SLR requirements and also fulfill the other criteria of the banks, those can be listed under Schedule 2 of the RBI Act. In such case, if they are suitable under Section 42 of the RBI Act, then RBI can grant SFBs the status of scheduled banks, that is given under Schedule 2nd of the RBI Act of 1934. Further, to open small finance banks, the minimum paid up capital that is required is 200 crores. Further, these small finance banks should also maintain at least 25% of their branches in unbanked rural areas, because the idea of SFBs is to cater the areas those are unorganized, those are unbanked, or those are underbanked. Therefore, it is required when these SFBs come into existence, this is for sure that they need to provide their branches in unbanked rural areas. At least 25% of their branches should be, by all mandate, should be present in the unbanked rural areas. Also, 75% of their credit or loans or lending should happen towards the priority sectors. All the SFBs are required कि आपकी 25% ऑफ ब्रांचेस ऐसी जगह पे होंगी जो कि अनबैंक्ड है या तो अंडर बैंक्ड है. फर्दर, जो भी आप लेंडिंग एक्टिविटीज़ करने वाले हो, एंटायर लेंडिंग एक्टिविटीज़ का 75% शुड बी टुवर्ड्स द प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर्स. प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर्स होते हैं जैसे कि एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेज, वीकर सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी. ये सारे सेक्टर्स में जो आप लोन्स देते हो एग्रीकल्चर के लिए, SMEs के लिए, ऑल दीज आर रेफर्ड एज प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर्स. Examples of some small finance banks can be AU Small Finance Bank. There is Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. We have Equitas Small Finance Bank, Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, and so on and so forth. So that is it for small finance banks. I hope you have understood the concept. If there are any doubts, please comment down below. Thank you.